Today I'm gonna go over what to pack during the FTX. And I'm also gonna go over how I pack it in my ruck, but during your FTX phase, you'll be in the field for 3 days at a time, then you'll do a refit, and then you'll go out for another 3 days, and it'll just keep going on. So during that time, when you're at your actual 3-day FTX, you wanna pack as light as possible, but you wanna pack what you need and nothing more. So let's pop this off and let's get into it. All right, what's up everybody? So we have everything laid out now. Again, this is not the full packing list for CST. This is just for the field exercise portion of CST. So I've enlisted the help of my sister. She went to camp in 2021 just like myself. And this is just a light packing list option that you can use. And just let me know if it helps you. Number one, let's talk about sleep. We all love to sleep, right? Priorities of work. All right, so at camp, it was always hot. So I only had my bivy cover, my whoopee, and my sleeping mat. That's all I needed, that's all I used. Next up, let's talk about your feet. I didn't want to carry another set of boots because that comes with weight, right? So what I did is I just brought an extra pair of inserts. So if I had to cross a stream or if it rained or anything like that, I can always just put some new inserts in and I'm ready to go, I'm squared away. Again, it's hot out there, so the outside of your boots is gonna dry, but these take a little longer. All right, so you want to be as comfortable as possible because the more comfortable you are at camp, the better you're going to perform at camp. Right here, I only have like 3 shirts, but at camp, I would have like 6. It's hot, so I was sweating a lot. So I changed my shirts, I changed my Ranger panties, whatever you want to call them. I changed those a lot. And I also changed my socks a lot as well. All right, so for the FTX at camp, I only had 1 spare uniform, and it didn't matter about the name tapes or the rank. Just go out there with a bare uniform on and you'll be all right. And this is going to get into our hygiene kit in a second. Make sure you have some powder because you want to powder your feet. You want to have some wipes so you can wipe your feet and so you can wipe your body as well, because hygiene out in the field is critically important. All right, so let's get into our survival kit right here. In this, I have my brush. Grooming is very important, so I would have my brush, but I will also have my razor so I can stay clean shaven. And of course, I'll have my deodorant in here, my toothpaste, toothbrush, and some extra set of batteries, my wipes, all of that good stuff. And you can also put a Ziploc bag in here and throw your phone in there, portable charger. All right, this is your survival kit, all right? Ranger handbook. You want to do like some hip pocket training with your platoon or with your leadership, this Ranger handbook is going to come in handy. I recommend that you all laminate your maps. You have like some cheat sheets out there. So I had me a little 9-line cheat sheet out there so I could perform well, and I could also pass it along to somebody else that is struggling in that regard. And I also have this TLP's cheat sheet. And on it, it has like planning considerations, like some tips on conducting a raid, EPW, actions on, withdrawal plan, and stuff like that. You know how it is, when you're in leadership, spotlight is on you and you're being graded, you know, you tend to forget. So if you can have something to reference, by all means, utilize that to your advantage. All right, so then we have our compass. So these markers right here, these are expensive, but they're gonna come in handy while you're at CST. When it's raining out and you still have to plot points. But beyond CST, you're gonna be using these in your career. All right, so you wanna have your red lens, but I also had an additional flashlight, and I'll show you how I pack this up in my flick in a second. All right, so you're gonna need some kind of tool, whether it's for your BFA or opening up MREs. All right, always have this. That's just a rule of thumb anyway. Oh, off. This is your best friend out there. It's gonna be mosquitoes, all sorts of stuff, and they're just gonna attach themselves to your skin because you're lovely out there and you smell so good. So definitely have some off. And then I carry 2 pairs of iPro. So my sister is here, she's helping out with the product shot. She's doing such a good job. She went through in 21 just like me. What are some tips that you want me to say for the females when it comes to like hygiene, their undergarments and stuff like that?
Cotton underwear.
Cotton underwear, check.
Make sure you bring panty liners so you can change those out.
Make sure you bring panty liners so you can change those out. I don't know if y'all can hear her.
Yeah,
if y'all can hear her, that's gonna be funny. All right, so your water source. I had my Camelback, and that's all I had. And I attached it to my ruck, and I'll show you how I did that. Because you'll have opportunities, you'll have water buffaloes out there, you'll be able to fill up on water. So that's what I did. Now, my sister on the other hand, she had her canteens, right? And she had her hoist in one, then she had water in the other one. And again, I'm trying to pack as light as possible, but stay hydrated. That is very important out there at camp. ACH, I have it over here. Don't want to forget this, because in order to get on the LMTV to go to your field exercise, you're going to have this. Now, does it add extra weight? Obviously it does. And you may or may not have to use it during your missions and stuff, but that's cadre dependent. But you're going to have to bring that with you as well. So you're going to be out in the field for 3 days, and then you're going to have a refit. So you'll be able to refit all of this stuff, things that get wet. You'll be able to charge your phone, and you'll be able to eat some hot chow. All right, so let's pack this up before it rains on us. Let me know if this helps you. Subscribe to this channel, and I want you guys to crush it out there. All right, so we have everything laid out. First things first, I'm gonna pick up my iPro, put it on my head, because out in the field during your FTX, you're gonna have that on, as well as your gloves. So I don't have the gloves on this layout here, because you'll actually have those on when you're going through the woods. That'll be a part of your PCCs, PCIs as well. Back up, back up, back up. I got my dogs out here. All right, so first things first. All right, so my sleep situation. Have my bivy cover, and then inside of my bivy cover, I have my woobie stuffed in there. So I'll start with that in my ruck, and I'll just shove that to the bottom, because in this compartment here I'll be able to easily access it. So that goes first, and then next I put everything that I don't want to get wet, i.e. all of my ranger panties and socks and extra t-shirts. Don't want to get those wet, so I'll put those in a plastic bag. Along with my spare uniform. Alright, so for the FTX at camp, I only had one spare uniform, and it didn't matter about the name tapes or the rank. Just go out there with a bare uniform on and you'll be alright. And one uniform was enough for me. Less to carry. So put that all in there. Let out all the air. Then have my extra layer of protection. Oh, I don't want to forget my inserts. And shove that in my wet weather bag. Give it a couple spins, let the air out, and put it in my ruck. Boom, I can easily get to it. Alright, so this pouch here, I utilize this for my Ranger handbook. I would advise you get like a smaller Ranger handbook that you can put in your cargo pocket, because you're not going to want to dig in your ruck every time for your Ranger book. But if this is all you have, then obviously it works. Alright, and then I have this bag here is usually where I kept my TMK, but sometimes we just designated 1 or 2 people to have their TMKs, and everybody in the platoon use their TMKs. So utilize your battle buddies as well. Also in here, I have like some bungee cords. I have 550 cord. Keep in mind that you're going to get MREs, so you might want to field strip those and utilize this pouch for that as well. I would also recommend having an extra bag. This extra bag is for if any of your clothes get wet, you have a miscellaneous bag that you can throw all your wipes in, all of your wet clothes, wet socks, so they don't, so you can separate them from the rest of your dry stuff. All right, that's just a tip. Again, we have our ACH. You're going to need this ACH to get on the LMTV to actually go out to your FTX. So you're going to have to carry this with you. And I just put this in last because it's the heaviest. And then I grab my sleep mat, and I have this carabiner on it, and I like to attach it to one of these cords that's actually attached to the ruck. So when I open up this flap, this thing just doesn't go flying, and then we have to pick up really fast, and then there goes my sleep mat. All right, so just attach it like so. Easy. So I just like to attach everything because I want to keep accountability of all my equipment. All right, and then I have my hygiene kit here, and I like to put that in my sustainment pouch. And I'm also, in this same sustainment pouch, going to put my extra poncho. If you can get your hands on 2 ponchos, absolutely highly recommend getting 2 ponchos. One for yourself, and then the other for another situation. If you're actually able to make a hooch out there, by all means do it. But if you can get your hands on an extra poncho, by all means do that. All right, it won't hurt you. All right, so I'm gonna leave this ruck alone for a little bit, and I'm gonna start messing around with my flick. All right, so I'm actually gonna skip packing the flick because you need to tailor it to yourself, your comfort, what hand you shoot with, all of that good stuff. Just keep in mind you're gonna be issued ammo and mags. All right, moving right along. So my extra poncho, I like to put it in this sustainment pouch along with my hygiene kit, because I'm gonna need to get to that, and I don't need it somewhere buried in my ruck. Poncho here, have another poncho here. Keep in mind you're going to be issued MREs, so you have ample room in here to put some more MREs if you field strip them. You can also put them in this little pouch. This is my favorite part. So now we have our sleep system here, and we can just easily get to it through that compartment. All right, and then we can open this flap. We have our chow, we have our sleep mat, we have our ACH, and then we have, you know, any change of clothes that we might need. All right, last but certainly not least, your water source. So how I do it is I attach my water source to this flap here. I learned this in basic training, and it's worked for me. Never gave me issues. So in this hose here, I just fish it through. Voila, good to go. All right, nice and comfortable. Let's put this on and we're ready to go. FTX, baby. There's one thing that I don't want to forget, your individual camo. Don't want to forget this. All right, put that on your person. If you can put it in your flick, put it in your flick, but you're gonna need individual camo. Special thanks to my sister for helping me out with this video. Proud of you guys, y'all made it this far. Y'all are about to crush camp. This is like one of those last commissioning requirements before you commission as a second lieutenant. That's exciting. All right, so I wanna hear from all of you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Keep leading, and I'll see you in the next video.